Okay, so by the end of this video, you should be able to answer 3 very specific questions. And it is the answers to those questions that's going to help you to properly optimize your Instagram ad campaigns to get the very best results. What are those questions? Well, number 1 is about duration. How long should my Instagram ad campaign last? Should it be 3 days? Should it be 5 days? Or should it be a month? What is the most effective duration for an Instagram ad campaign? Number 2 is about targeting. How do I ensure that I'm targeting the right people? Should I go broad? Should I go specific? Should I create my own audience, or should I go with what Instagram recommends? And number 3, what's the best strategy to use? How do I know what's resonating with my audience and what I should keep doing more of? I'm going to be answering those 3 questions for myself and for my business. And the point is to get you to be able to answer those for yourself and for your business. So let's just dive into number 1, duration. You've probably asked yourself this question before. What's the optimal duration to have an effective Instagram ad campaign? Is 3 days an effective period for an effective campaign? Is 5 days enough for an effective campaign, or do I need to go for an extended period of time, say a month or more? The truth is, the answer to this question is extremely simple, but I can also understand why so many people just don't know. Because if you've not been advertising on the Instagram platform for an extended period of time to be able to analyze your own data, or if you've not taken the Instagram advertising course or subscribed to the Instagram newsletter, there's just no way to actually know this information. Yes, you may be able to do a Google search, but you'll get varying answers that is not backed by any data at all. Based on a most recent Instagram newsletter, it was pointed out to me that the minimum duration for Instagram to properly understand what your ad is about, for them to properly optimize who sees your ad, is 7 days. So if the minimum duration for Instagram to understand what your ad is about is 7 days, it therefore means that the minimum duration of your ad to have an effective campaign must be at least 14 days. And I highly recommend even longer. If you can set your ad campaign for say 30 days, that is what I recommend at a bare minimum. But I do understand that so many small businesses have budgetary constraints, and running a campaign for an entire month may not be feasible for you. In previous times, I would have run different campaigns for perhaps a week, 5 days sometimes. And since I've started running much longer campaigns, 2 weeks, a month at a time, I've been getting much better results, because Instagram is now able to understand who resonates with my campaign, what my ad is about, to be able to share it with the right people. And that is what makes an effective ad campaign as it relates to duration. Remember, minimum of 14 days, but I highly recommend you go to at least a month if you can. Okay, so now let's talk a bit about targeting. What is the secret behind targeting? How do I ensure that I'm targeting the right people to have the most effective ad campaign? Do I go specific or do I go broad? Do I create my own target audience from scratch, or do I allow Instagram to recommend an audience? Now, as someone who has been advertising on Instagram for an extended period, of course, I've explored all of these options. I've gone specific, I've gone broad, I've created my own audience, and I've also allowed Instagram to recommend an audience. And what I've found is that the ultimate best way to create a target audience for your product is to incorporate all of those different options. Now, what I've found after working with several clients is that in some cases, clients have products and they have construed a certain target audience in their minds. However, once they've started running various ad campaigns, they've realized that their target audience is much broader than what they initially had in mind. And this is why you want to make sure that once you've set up a specific target audience of people that you think is the core people would be interested in your product or service, you also want to make sure that you go broad so you can capture a wider audience of people. And this may include people that you didn't initially include in your target audience, but are very much a part of the people who are most interested in what you're offering. So after years of running ads on Instagram, this is what I highly recommend. So this is why it's important to do split testing, to run multiple campaigns, so you can collect data, because that is the most important part of digital advertising. The data that you can collect to see exactly what works and what doesn't work. So the takeaway here is that you want to make sure that you target various audiences, gather data, analyze the data to see exactly what your target audience should be. Okay, so the third and final thing I want to talk about in this video as it relates to Instagram advertising secrets that you must know and must implement if you want to get the very best results is about the strategy. Knowing what strategy to use to give you the best results from your campaign. And I've previously created a video talking about how to set up the ad, what creative to use, what caption to use, etc. So this video is not necessarily about that, but if you want to see that info, you can watch the video in the card above, and I'll also leave a link in the video description which will take you to a playlist where you can find that video. However, what I really want to talk about here is analytics and insights. If you really want to know exactly what strategy to use in your business, what you must do is that you first have to set up multiple campaigns. You have to collect a lot of data. Then you want to analyze that data, look at what has resonated with the audience, look at what has met the goals that you had set out, and then you want to double down on those. And that is one of the keys and most important parts of digital advertising. The ability to actually get data and analyze data immediately is what separates digital advertising from other forms of advertising. So why not make great use of this? Most newbies, most new people who are new to Instagram advertising don't pay attention to the insights, and that is them leaving a lot of the pie on the table. If you want to get the very best results, you have to be able to analyze data, and I think that is what kind of separates me from a lot of other digital advertisers and marketers. My background is in data analytics, and just my ability to look at insights and pick up patterns and see what's working and what's not working, I think has given me an edge over most people. However, it's not difficult to learn, and Instagram makes it extremely simple for you to understand your insights. The next point I want to make here before I wrap up this video is that when you run your ad directly from your Instagram feed, yes, you do get data, some great data as a matter of fact, but if you really want to dive into the nitty-gritty to get more details, more information about your campaign, I highly recommend once again that you use the Facebook Business Manager. The Business Manager is going to give you so much more data, so much more insights that you can use to properly optimize your campaign to get the best results. So take a couple of hours, get up to speed with the Facebook Business Manager, set up the Business Manager and use it when you're running your campaigns. This will give you more data, and analyze that data and use what you've found in your next campaigns to get the very best results. Okay, so before you go, I really have to give a shout out to channel partner Fiverr for helping to make these videos possible. If you don't know what Fiverr is, I highly recommend you check out the link in the video description. Fiverr is a freelancing platform where you can actually find expert freelancers to help you to grow your business. Whether you need a website, people to help you with your logo, people to help you to run ads on social media, you can definitely find someone on Fiverr to help. And if you use the link and the discount code in the video description, you will get a percentage off your next order. Thank you once again, Fiverr, for helping me to create great content. And finally, I do want to say thank you so much, guys, for watching this video to the end. I really do hope you found a lot of value. And if you did, you can show your appreciation by dropping your thumbs up on this video. Of course, if you have questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below or send me a message on Instagram, and I'll do my best to respond to you. Once again, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I really do hope to see you in my next video.